Hi, everybody. This is D-Boy from West Coast Uncensored, coming at you on Sunday, the 25th of August. And this is a West Coast Uncensored Wrestling edition. And we're going to talk a little bit about the next pay-per-view, which is All Out in Chicago, Illinois. Another big AEW event. And if you have heard recently, and I'm going to bring you this news, Jon Moxley has been scratched and will not be in the match against Kenny Omega. If you remember, their feud was set up when Jon Moxley made his debut at Double or Nothing. But Jon Moxley has been wrestling the G1 Classic in Japan, and reportedly, possibly from that's where he got a staph infection, and it is something that he's had in the past. So he is going to have surgery here soon. It's supposed to be a 4-week layoff, but with that reported, it took away from a huge angle that was brought up, and it was Moxley against the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, after the jumping of Moxley at Double or Nothing when he made his debut against when Omega was facing Chris Jericho after their match. And then at Fyter Fest, Omega returned the favor back to Moxley when Moxley had that match with Joey Janela, which was a crazy, definitely match with tacks and tables, ladders and chairs. Definitely a hardcore match. Joey Janela and Jon Moxley, and Joey Janela is one of the, definitely has some hardcore matches in his life, and it was a good match. But after the match, which Moxley did beat Janela, Omega returned the favor and attacked him, which was setting up this all-out match with Omega and Moxley. Moxley scratched, and we wondered what they were going to do. And it was after the announcement, within 15 minutes later, was posted that Pac would be taking Moxley's place. So Pac, who's formerly known as Neville back in the WWE, who was supposed to be making his debut at Double or Nothing, but was a champion at Dragon Gate, and I guess through the creative factions of the organization, he was the champion, and that organization requested that he not lose any matches, so he did not do that. But he had lost that championship about a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago. So now it's Moxley's replaced by Pac, which is really a good match. There's, in some levels, because it is a wrestling match, no really hard angle shot on him. But as far as matches, this could be a show stealer, because this actually could be the type of match that can, because both of them being great in the ring, that you can see the greatness of Kenny Omega, which a lot of the American fans haven't seen, because he's been wrestling and his greatness has been in New Japan, and this is why he's been nicknamed the best bout machine. And this is a match you can really showcase this. Where people are down, I'm not, because Moxley will be back probably for the TV tapings in early October, and they can actually run this in November, which I believe is kind of the rumors, where they're going to do 4 big shows, and the next big show would be November, which isn't announced. I do expect it to be all announced at All Out, but or you can bring it to TNT, and that brings heat. There ain't nothing wrong with putting that match on weekly TV. And especially in the new Monday, as you know, the Wednesday Night Wars, which I will do a video on that. But anyways, but I guess Pac was going to be there anyways, because Pac was making his return and was not going to wrestle, but he was going to be at All Out. And even rumors where he possibly was going to set up an angle with him and to finish their feud, which they started with him and Hangman Page. So as I was saying before, Moxley out, but quickly they had a good plan B, which is good, showing that they got some depth and had a plan. They probably knew about this days before we did, maybe even a little bit longer. But anyways, Moxley will face Pac now at All Out. So you guys have a great day. Any more news we will share. Any more wrestling news will definitely come out. And there's a quickly one just reported after that, and I wasn't gonna share it, but it hit my mind. I had it written down and forgot about it. But Rey Fenix suffered an injury Friday night in his tag team match, and many people were thinking that it was a bad injury. He ended up Taya Valkyrie, the Impact champion, had posted that it wasn't a broken leg and that he was fine. It was reported he had a match that night again, another match during the weekend in the East Coast. and that he wrestled but didn't do so much of the high spots that he did. So I don't know. I expect him to be all out. It is for the AAA tag team champions. And then it is a ladder match. And if you have not seen the Bucks in a ladder match, they're crazy. And you will see that. But I do not know how healthy Rey Fenix is going to be. But from what I'm hearing now, the match will happen. It will be the Lucha Brothers, and it will be against the Young Bucks in a table match, in a ladder match at All Out this Saturday. You guys have a great day.